for another full pull. That's going to be 1 point for each player she passes. That includes the jammer. So every time she goes through here, as long as they're holding that jammer, that's 5 points a shot. There goes Little Red Fighting Good, breaking out for the Sirens with just 3 seconds left in the jam.
All right, Fight Crew draws first blood.
Appropriate, matches their outfits. And as the players jockey for position inside that blocker box, we can see that there's some penalties on that last play.
Oh, yes, we do. We got Horchata in the penalty box. She's there in an arms penalty. And we have the jammer from the Fight Crew, Bel Scorcho, in there with a back blocking penalty, joined by Sly Fox with 2 penalties. So with the jammer in the penalty box, there's 1 jammer on the floor, 1 team that can score, and that is the Sirens, who are down by 14. Let's see if they can even it up.
Jane Woe was skating backwards, challenging that oncoming Sirens jammer, but the Sirens jammer pushed her 20 feet past where the rest of the pack was, and at 20 feet, you gotta let that jammer go.
That's right, you don't want to risk getting a penalty, because that's what happened to Fight Crew. Nice 2-wall being put up by Fight Crew.
Yeah, really great teamwork between Pip Girl and her co-blocker. Looks like Jane Woe again. This is some excellent defense in the face of a really tough situation, a power jam, and you're also down a blocker.
Yeah, they really did a good job of holding her back. Five points for the Sirens.
Sirens are going to be sitting 1 down, Captain Whoopi Rollberg, for a multiplayer block. The players are allowed to put their shoulders together, to put their hips together, but they cannot grasp each other's uniforms and they cannot grasp the rail to block. That's that multiplayer block.
All right, Fight Crew out in the lead jammer position. First I didn't see her, she was so far back. They can start anywhere behind the jam line.
Yeah, some people do it because it gives them a faster run-up. Some people just like to psych each other out.
And it looked like it worked. 4 points for the Fight Crew.
It's all smiles on the jam line as Captain Whoopi Rollberg takes a star for the Sirens. And 9637 Jane Woe, whose number I'm going to remember by the end of this game, jams for Fight Crew. And boy, oh boy, she doesn't waste a second running through on the inside line to lead jam for the Fight Crew.
Now you can always tell the lead jammer because there's an enforcer in the middle pointing at her. You can see he has a headband on that coincides with the jammer's, the team color. A hop, skip, and a jump through that pack.
Jane Woe brought so much momentum through that pack.
4 points for the Fight Crew. Coming up with a heavy lead in the beginning, 22-5, but as we know, things change quickly here in roller derby.
That is a fast start, but we got a lot of roller derby left to play for 15-minute quarters.
Yes, after this we'll have a quick 5-minute break. Stock up on your tasty beverages.
Woo! Bel Scorcho counters a ton of resistance. She's got to set herself back up behind the blocker who knocked her off the track.
Yeah, Black Mamba really held her as long as she could.
It was a beautifully timed block to get lead for her own team.
Looks like we got 3 for the Sirens.
That's right, the jammer gets that point when her hips pass the hips of the opposing player, and once a player has been scored on, they're a point. Doesn't matter if they get back in front. They're still a point. Once a point, always a point.
Until the next jam.
Until the next jam. Oh, until the next lap.
Oh, there you go. All right, we got clear penalty boxes. Pip Curl jamming for Fight Crew.
Yeah, that pack looked crowded, but Pip shoved her way through.
Yeah, they see her coming. They are, whoa!
Calls it off in the air as she's falling to the ground.
Yeah, you got to call it up before you get to the infield.
This is a quick-moving game so far, I believe. Fast packs, fast refs, fast time between jams, which are just jinxed by mentioning it.
Do not jinx things. Didn't I CC you on that memo? You are not allowed to jinx anything. I know I CC'd you.
Jinxing is my life, Eva Lee.
All right, Fight Crew once again, lead jammer, and that Sly Fox out front.
Ooh, huge turnaround block sends that Sirens jammer down.
Oh! Makes her through and has her eye on more points. She's got Sailor Doom was coming up behind her. Although Sly Fox was the one who sailed through that.
Yeah, Sly knew exactly where that Sirens jammer was. She kept her eyes on it, scored as much as she could, and then called it off. So here's some fun trivia, Eva Lee.
Sure.
I didn't bring my glasses, so I can't see squat when they get to the other side of the track.
Don't tell anybody.
I have to tell
Half the people
everyone.
here don't know what's going on. It's fine.
Now it's half the people plus one.
All good. All right, both jammers out. Trying to keep an eye on each other. I love when you see that communication coming into the back of that pack.
Yeah, that's right. Jammer Sonia Sotomayor wanted her pack to charge ahead so that she had a chance to get some points before the opposing jammer came up.
Didn't quite work out that way, though.
Sometimes it doesn't. That was a pretty fast pack. It's hard to catch a front pack if it's running away.
We do have penalties against the Sirens. I've seen above shoulders block for Black Mamba, I believe. Yes, that would be correct.
That's right. You are not allowed, players are not allowed to touch each other above the shoulders, and they are not allowed to initiate a hit above the shoulders. Either one of those can be charged as an above the shoulders block.
Oh man, Bell Scorcho into the back of the pack and calls it off before Nunchucks could get into it.
She twisted her hips trying to sneak that one before the call-off. Didn't work. 0-0 jam. Still 33-8. Fight Crew.
It really can come down to each and every point when it comes down to the end of this. So at the end of the game, the team with the most points wins. Just so you know
I'm sorry,
that.
can you go over that again, please?
Oh, once again, nobody in the penalty box. Nice.
It's a good, clean game, Eva Lee. Jinx number 2.
I got to remember to CC you on more things.
I don't read my email, Eva Lee. Everyone knows that.
You've had the same one forever. I realized that people are making fun of me for having an AOL account for my Derby. I'm like, that's because Gmail literally was not invented when I joined the Derby Dolls. So please, and people still use it, you know, so why change it?
It was only last year that Eva Lee finally gave up on CompuServe. And we're having an official timeout. That means the officials have something that they want to talk over. Gives the teams a chance to get a little break, get a little much-needed water, and gives us the chance to tell you about how this bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. We've had a lot of help from the city of Vernon as we moved in here at Dollhalla, and we're real grateful to them and to the Vernon Community Fund.
Incredibly grateful to them. Hey, we do have a birthday here. Where's John Dentlinger? Is there a John? Is that you, John?
There he
is it your birthday? Well, you got a happy birthday from the Sirens. So.
I would have them all sing, but I think they're busy right now.
We also have Napoleona Dynamite's mom here. Napoleona Mama might. Where's Napoleona Dynamite's mom? Mom?
She's probably out cutting up orange slices for the team at halftime. Moms do that.
Mama Mite, are you there? All right, well, Napoleona Dynamite, I got your shout out in.
Pip Girl sitting this one out for Fight Crew with a directional block. Napoleona Dynamite was so far back, I thought this was a power jam.
I know, she keeps doing that. Mama Mite, there's your girl. She's lead jammer. Oh! What happened there? I saw Black Mama heading towards the rail.
Yeah, Dynamite caught low, Mamba caught high, and it paid off to the tune of 4 points for the Fight Crew.
Pleased to see some empty penalty boxes. 41 Fight Crew, 10 Sirens. Less than 5 minutes in the first quarter, and then we'll have a quick 5-minute break. Oh, both jammers shoot out of that pack.
Sirens jammer Ice Creamer was held up by a tenacious Fight Crew wall at the front of that pack, giving their jammer time to get her momentum up and catch that lead.
Yeah, once again, that's Jane Woe. Getting 2 points for the Fight Crew. Waiting for the enforcer's thumbs up.
I see Coach Lusty has pulled Napoleona Dynamite back to the bench. That's because they've got Pip Girl sitting there in the penalty box.
Yeah, oh my, we've got Pip Girl. She has a directional block, a stopping block, and an illegal procedure. Oh wait, blocking out of play.
Wow,
ooh, wow.
That is overachieving.
Go home or go hard, and or go home because you're gone hard. And then nunchucks also in the penalty box for these Sirens.
You can get as many penalties in a jam as your little heart desires, but you can only get 7 in a game before you are ejected.
Belle Scorcho was lead jammer for Fight Crew, and she pulled up 4 points for the Fight Crew. Ah, but not to be outdone, Sirens got 3. And we do have a penalty. We have a penalty against the Fight Crew. That's an arms penalty. It's anti-patriarcha in the penalty box. Black Mama jamming for the Sirens. Currently the lead jammer. Ooh, pile up in the straightaway. We do have another penalty also against Fight Crew.
Yeah, that's Jane Woe with a directional block right at the end of that jam. Once the whistle blows, everybody has to start moving in a skate-wise direction. If you stop on the track or take so much as one little step in the wrong direction, you're going to get a penalty.
And it looks like we've got one against the Sirens too. That's a back blocking penalty.
That one's on Karen Boughton Ruffin. Oh, there goes Whoopi Rollberg.
Oh yeah, it is. Look how fast that pack is moving. And they're spread out enough. Oh! It was like she was sliding in the home base.
She got her point and hit the deck.
Wrong game.
You can call it off. If you fall down, as long as you stay on the track, you can still call it off.
That's true. And we do have a penalty against the Fight Crew. Looks like was it Sly Fox in there with a back blocking penalty? And looks like that's going to make this a power jam.
Power jam.
Advantage Sirens.
Last time the Sirens had a power jam, Fight Crew held them to 5 with some really nifty defense. Can they do it again? Young Chuck says maybe not.
She's made it out of the pack. And now it is up for the Sirens blockers to use a strategy that is going to, well, first of all, they've got to slow down the Fight Crew so that Young Chucks can catch up.
That's right, Sweet Home Alabama is trying to knock out or slow down one of the blockers to get this pack going slow enough so that their jammer can get around more times. Now that they've got one behind them, they're going to stop. That's where the pack is, and that means that the blockers in front have to stop blocking when they get 20 feet out.
Unfortunately, she went in the infield right when when they were going to have to let her go. She's got 7 seconds on this jam clock. All right. What was the count on that? Sirens bring it up to 23 against 47 for the Fight Crew. This will be the last jam of the first quarter. Make some noise, Los Angeles! Pollyanna Dynamite comes out first. She is lead jammer. The Sirens jammer is out. She may not get into a point scoring position, but at least she won't be a point. And that looks like that will be the end of the first quarter. 4 more points for the Fight Crew, bringing it to 51 to 23. And you guys, it's time to throw t-shirts at your head. That's right, everybody. We're gonna throw t-shirts at your head.
Yeah, you are.
Unfortunately, the announcer's booth air conditioning system is a little slow. All right, second quarter underway. 51 Fight Crew, 23 Sirens. Whoopi Wolberg taking the lead jammer position. She's skating for the Sirens, but there is Belle Scorcho.
Belle follows Whoopi right up to the rail there, just to give her a friendly little hello to kick off the second quarter. I like a little friendly hello every now and then. Hello, Evelyn.
Hello, Trixie Biscuit.
Oh, that was so friendly of you.
I'm a very friendly gal. Not as friendly as I was in college. Before I was evilly, I was easy. All right. And with that, nobody in the penalty box. And it looks like Fight Crew has pulled out as lead jammer. They've really been dominating, getting people right out of the pack like that. That's Sonia Sotomayor.
Ooh, and some hard fought back and forth between the Fight Crew wall and that Sirens jammer while YOLO comes through, full pull, going around for more.
Yeah, those two walls that Fight Crew have been putting up really caused a lot of damage to the Sirens blockers.
YOLO manages to call it off just before she is knocked to the infield by the Sirens blockers. And in this jam, Oblivion Westwood is jamming and blocking and steady in front of the table.
She's blocking the announcers. We have a penalty against Oblivion Westwood for blocking skater number 23, Evil E. And we do have one of the Fight Crew down for a penalty.
That's right, Jane Woe sits for arms as the Sirens come out strong as lead.
That's right, Black Mama jamming for the Sirens. Oh! Nice containment there by the Sirens. Damage Dame was doing a really good job. It was like they were kind of like herding them up to the rail.
Yeah, they opened up a space big enough to drive a snowplow for Black Mamba, trucked on through.
Ice Creamer also helping with that. Oh dear. Looks like we have a timeout being, no, yes, maybe.
I saw Coach Mia of the Sirens asking for a timeout. Looks like she's got one. You know, Evelyn, that's a really nice take shot there.
Driving Kimmy hauling 38 pounds of beef from Dodge City, Kansas to Costco distribution in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hi there, truck driving Kimmy. And hello to penalties, that's right. We've got the Fight Crew, they have got their jammer in the penalty box. So we have got one jammer on the floor, one team that can score, and that is the Sirens. And they have put up their captain, Whoopi Wolberg.
That's a great choice. She's been busting through packs all night long, but she's coming up on a tough one here. Met at the rail by Belle Scorcho.
Oh, once again, those two walls being put up. Oh man, getting a little assistance there. Pack pulling away from itself though. And they're about to get some out of play penalties.
That was interesting. Belle Scorcho had been knocked into the infield. As long as she was on the infield, there was no pack because she can't be part of the pack while she's on the infield. Now there's no pack again. Now there's a pack. Isn't that weird how that works?
It's like magic.
The point being is that when there's no pack, the Sirens would have to go forward in order to get the pack back together.
Right.
And they didn't want to do that. So with some fierce blocking and some canny manipulations of the rules, Fight Crew holds the Sirens down to nothing for that power jam. It's still 57-28.
I see a lot of penalties being written on that board, and I'm a little nervous because it looks like that Sharpie's been running out of juice. So it's really hard to read, and especially because it comes up right where the skaters are. So it looks like we have 4 penalties against the Sirens. We have got Sweet Home Alabama in the penalty box with an illegal block. Young Chucks with a failure to reform. Horchata also failure to reform.
And she must skate. Horchata must skate in this jam, so she's going to sit out the next one. Because you always have to have 2 blockers for your team.
Yeah, you got to have a buddy. Every blocker's got to have a buddy. It's kind of like, it's like the Handmaid's Tale when they go shopping. You cannot, a blocker cannot go on the track without a buddy. Woo! I mean, they got. She's trying to get her points coupons right now.
No Fox Gibbon caught air there, but she's back up on her feet and fighting for it. She's through for Fight Crew.
And now that pack is at a virtual standstill.
Looks like Little Red Fighting Goods going on defense. She puts one on Fox. Her blocker puts another, but she's unstoppable.
Question is, can she, nope, calls it off. Has time on the clock, but decides, got the opposing jammer coming up behind her.
You know, in Derby, sometimes your offense is on point, sometimes your defense is on point, but Fight Crew seems to be firing on all cylinders in this game so far. The blockers are blocking, the jammers are jamming.
Teamwork.
And the coach is yelling at the players to get 2 of them to come off the track as Bombshell Betty goes to the penalty box for an arms penalty. She's joined by somebody else. She's joined by number 35 for a directional block.
Oh, that'd be Shock Me Amadeus. We're really having a hard time. We need to buy them like the darkest Sharpie of all time. Like the industrial magic marker.
The jammer is currently held by the Sirens. That's K9 Mad Dog Marge.
I believe it's the first time she's jammed in this game.
First or second? She came in with a real low approach. Doesn't seem to have fooled Sly Fox any.
Right now, her teammates, what they're trying to do is they're trying to break up that core of Fight Crew blockers. Oh man, that was a real nice hip block.
Marge was forced to go to the back of that pack to reset behind the person who knocked her off, or else she would have risked a cutting penalty, so she just got back on and called that sucker off. No more jam for you, says Mad Dog Marge.
That's right. 67-33, we do have penalties against Sirens.
Black Mamba sitting for a directional block, and Block Matrix for stopping on the track. See, the Sirens heard you say that Fight Crew was getting lead jammer all the time, Eva Lee, and look at this. There goes Yun Chucks.
She's like, oh no.
She hits the back of that pack, but I won't be surprised if they won't be called for blocking out a play there. That was way behind the pack action. Ooh! Big hit from Bombshell Betty as Newton-Chucks calls off the jam.
I like how the ref had to jump over her.
They're agile, those refs. They train just like the skaters do. They work hard to become... because if you have to pay attention to your skating, you can't pay attention to what's going on the track. And I'll tell you from experience, it's hard to do both those things at the same time. Bel Scorcho kicks it off by blocking her own self, trying to keep Ice Creamer back in the pack as she escapes Lead Jam Fight Crew.
Yeah, she still makes her way out though. But Ice Creamer, she is really struggling to get into that pack.
Yeah, Bel Scorcho basically just fed Ice Creamer to her blockers in the back and then said, I gotta go, see ya.
Yeah, she definitely making really quick work of this track.
Cut straight through the middle, one more to beat, and she does it. Calls off the jam. In a fierce battle for position in the blocker box. I thought Sonia Sotomayor and Sweetie were coming up here into the announcer's box to say hi.
You come up here to say hi. How's it going? All right, we do have penalties against the Fight Crew. That's Anti-Patriarcha in the penalty box with a low block, or directional block. Rookie Whoopi Goldberg, sorry. I was so excited. She's out again in lead jammer.
Whoopi leaves me speechless too.
She does. Jane Woe jamming for the Fight Crew. Oh man, that was nice.
Yeah, the faster skaters going, the more they tend to get pulled up as they exit that second turn. And Whoopi took advantage of that. When that inside line opened up, she dove right through. That's physics, Evely.
Physics.
Albert Einstein will tell you the same thing. 7 days a week.
The only thing I know about physics is my brother's an astrophysicist.
Well, ask him. He'll tell you the same thing.
He got his degree in theoretical physics at Caltech. Woo! Shock me Amadeus.
Woo! Shock me Amadeus.
Straight through on the inside.
I'm sorry, I thought we were having karaoke.
Shock me.
Superstar.
I'm really loving the battle for the high side here.
Everybody wants to be close to us, Evely. That's what's going on.
You guys, you can all sit next to us. Actually, you can't. There's no room. We do have a penalty against Bel Scorcho of the Fight Crew, failure to reform. You could kind of lean next to me.
Mad Dog Marge pulled off the track as number 156 Horchata sits for a low block for the Sirens. So even packs, 3-3.
Taking the lead jammer position. That would be Pip Girl. But I tell you, I'm afraid, I was sad I looked away from the track, or the pack, that's where the action's happening.
Yeah, the jammer hit Jane Woe, who went flying. She caught a whole lot of air. But the Fight Crew blockers caught that Sirens jammer once again as theirs goes through virtually unopposed.
Looks like that was nine points for the Fight Crew.
Bombshell.
Either that or Jackie Nimble's going boo.
All right, and Yunchucks goes to the box for the Sirens for an arms penalty. That makes this a power jam.
That's right. Bombshell Betty also in the penalty box. She's in there for the Fight Crew, so they are down one blocker. Power jam.
Power jam.
With Sonia Sotomayor. She's gonna show you how to descent, lady.
That's right, the Sirens thought she should stay in the pack, but she dissented. Respectfully.
Yeah, quite respectfully. Oh man, Black Mama does not mess around. Nice roll off the rail into the pack. Almost got through.
Something I'm seeing Fight Crew do a lot tonight, and you just saw it there again. They'll roll around an opposing player and sort of box them in, opening a hole up for their jammer. It's been working real well.
Now, you might wonder, the person with the stripe helmet, that's the pivot. They have a special power where you can actually, the jammer can pass their star helmet to them, and they can become the jammer. We do have 2 penalties against the Sirens. We've got Hannah Barbarian in there with her above shoulders block, and she is joined in there.
That's Black Mamba with that big directional block that we saw in that last jam. Remember when you said that Black Mamba doesn't mess around? Well, she doesn't, but sometimes it lands her in the penalty box.
That's right.
Belle Scorcher just coasted up to there like a shark or a Prius. Completely undetectable by human senses.
She is kind of like a shark. She keeps moving.
She's always smiling.
So that's true. We would all like a whole week of Belle Scorcho. And they bring it, Fight Crew brings it to the century mark, 101-40. Shady Hawkins, I think you have a siren on your butt. I'm just kidding. We do have more penalties there. Oh my God, we have a double penalty against Fight Crew. And another one against Sirens. So basically they're Sweetie's in the penalty box for the Sirens with a blocking out of play.
Yeah, and Jane Woe picked up a blocking out play and a failure to reform her own self. By my unofficial count, that brings her to 4.
Napoleon Dynamite showing off for Mama Mite.
She looked a little shaky coming into that pack, but she kept her feet, and that's what matters.
Yep. Hi Bill.
Looks like this is going to be our last jam of the half.
Don't forget at halftime, get some food, check out the vendors, buy some merch, and make sure you start posting some pictures on your Instagram and tagging us. Don't forget to buy some tasty ice-cold beer.
And visit our free digital photo booth in Vendor Village.
We got a free digital photo booth?
Yeah, and the pictures are going to be uploaded to our LA Derby Dolls Facebook page a few days later.
Right on. Oh man, I think both jammers hit the back of that pack at the same time.
And when we say hit the back of the pack, we mean hit the
They
back
literally
of the
hit the back of the pack. Is that it? Is that the end of the first half? I think Sirens just want to keep skating, but I believe that's the end of the first half, everybody. All right, make some noise from roller derby, and we'll see you back here in 30 minutes.
Welcome back to this second half of exciting roller derby action here at Dollhalla.
Did everyone have a good halftime?
Oh, they must have. They're dead quiet. They must have partied themselves out, Evilly.
I guess so.
Did everyone have a good halftime? No, they still didn't. That was comical. All right, we are starting this half with Sonia Sotomayor sitting in the box with a back block. She was the jammer for Fight Crew. So that means Whoopi Rollberg starts out as the only jammer on the floor for this power jam advantage Sirens.
That's right. One jammer on the floor, one team to score. You all get the point. It's a power jam.
Sirens didn't have real good track records with their power jams in the first half.
Let's see if some time in the locker room changed their strategy and how they're going to come after the Fight Crew.
That pack was split with 3 from one team and 1 from the other in both the front and the back. Everyone had to reset.
Comes against Napoleon Dynamite and goes down.
Got some fierce blocking from Sweetie, getting her jammer through.
Now, unfortunately, the pack got split up there, so they have to wait to rejoin it.
Whoopi charges high. Fight Crew runs to meet her, and the time runs out before Whoopi can get that many points on her on that scoring pass.
That was a nice block there from Sly Fox. And we do have a penalty.
8 points.
That's Karen about nothing in the penalty box for a directional block.
You know, I was saying earlier that the Sirens had 4 power jam opportunities in the previous half, Emily, and I think this is the first time all game they've gotten more than 5 points on any of them.
I believe you're right on that. I mean, I'll believe anything you tell me, Trixie.
I love you, Emily.
I love you, Trixie Biscuit.
You can always believe that. Four more points for Fight Crew.
109-48.
Looks like full packs out there.
Bell Scorcher jamming for Fight Crew.
Black Mamba meets her as they exit the pack.
Well, looks like we have a bit of a jammer race.
I love those.
Me too. But Bell Scorcho, she goes with a little Jamus Interruptus, calls it off before either one of them can get into the pack.
Pivot Hannah Barbarian is telling her people where to be in the box as they start up for the Sirens.
Sorry, I had a little red dog emergency there.
Hey, you know, it happens to everybody. I had a little red dog emergency.
No, not that kind of red dog. An actual red dog.
I thought we were talking euphemisms.
No, I wasn't talking code. I meant an actual red dog. Wow, that is an aggressive pack.
Yeah, boy, the hits are coming hard and fast out there.
Horchata was really trying to hold her back, but got too far away from the pack. No, that's
Bombshell Betty with 1 and then 2 at the front of that pack.
She's like, yeah. She's like TSA, you ain't getting by me. You better take your skates off first.
That's right. Please remove all liquids of more than 3 ounces from your person, ice creamer, as you exit this pack. No fucks given, fighting hard, got 1 more to beat at the front, and oh my goodness, gets rocked to the infield with an enormous hit by Hannah Barbarian. As she comes back to the bench, she looks like she's okay.
Yeah.
We love the big hits, but we also want everybody to be okay.
Shake it off, she'll be fine.
Shake it off. Woo, 2, count them 2, Fight Crew in the penalty box. One sitting out for the Sirens.
What up, Bombshell Betty? What'd you do?
Ooh, now two setting out for the Sirens.
She does not look happy. Look at her. She's fuming. She's literally fuming.
Minimal packs out there, 2 and 2.
And she got a blocking out of play and is joined in there by Doom's Daisy with a low block. And then we have Horchata in the penalty box for Sirens, low blocking and a directional block. And there's another blocking out of play in there. So the Sirens made a real quick time of that thinned out pack.
Yep, even though there were only 2 blockers out there, the Sirens got 4 points. That's because as soon as you pass your first point, you also are awarded all the points that are sitting in your penalty box, or the opposing team's penalty box. Those are called ghost points.
Ooh, scary ghost points.
Halloween comes early to Dollhalla.
Again, Fight Crew gets into lead jammer position. Sonia Sotomayor comes up against a wall. It's a literal roadblock. That's like a sobriety check of Sirens right there. Excuse me, ma'am. Have you been drinking tonight?
It's a 5'9" but on average speed bump. That's tough to get over.
Were you planning to score this jam? No, I hope you weren't.
I just got 2 or 3 points, that's all.
Man, those packs have been really tight. But Bel Scorcho still finds her way through to be the lead jammer.
Napoleon Dynamite took that Sirens jammer from rail to infield. It was kind of amazing, but Sirens are through.
Yeah, and she's coming up to that wall of 3 in there, and Sly Fox goes to try and break it up. But there was coming Little Red fighting good. Let's call that jam to an end.
1:15:52. No, stop that, Trixie. It's 1:18 to 52. I need to stop lying to people legally. It's my worst quality.
You know, we'll have your behavioral, I don't know.
I'll snap a rubber band on my wrist every time I lie about the score.
We'll make a jar. And you spend $1, and then we'll go spend on wine and Hot Pockets.
Nice. Those are my 2 favorites.
Having Black Mamba block you at the front of the pack would definitely not be one of my favorites, but eventually she had to let Sonia Moyoto.
She was fighting her so far away from the pack, I thought they were going to take it to the parking lot.
And this time she's like, I will have none of that. I mean, she got out of that pack like Brett Kavanaugh was going to finally explain what a devil's triangle is. She's like, oh no. I don't need any boofing from you, buddy.
Mad Dog Marge has passed the star, but to no avail as the clock runs out on the Sirens and on that jam. The jammer is permitted to take the star off her head and pass it to her pivot. That's the player with the stripe. When the pivot puts it on, that player becomes the jammer. It's called a star pass, and it's pretty groovy. The problem is if you drop the panty, no one else besides the previous jammer is allowed to pick it up, which is why there was a delay on that play as Mad Dog tried to get that panty back under control.
It's the same rule if you find a panty left in the washing machine at the community apartment washers. I mean, I guess you could, but you don't want to. We do have 2 penalties against, a double penalty against one of the Sirens. Oh, wait, actually, there's going to be more. Lots of penalties. Last call for alcohol, everybody. STEFCON 1 coming through. All right, we have got Black Mamba. She's got a blocking out of play and a legal procedure. And we also got another penalty against a Siren and one against the Fight Crew. By the time I get through that, the jam will be over, so.
The important thing is that by my unofficial count, the Sirens have 2 players on 5 penalties, Horchata and Black Mamba. Remember, on that 7th penalty, you are ejected from the game.
These are unofficial accounts?
These are unofficial counts. I check in at halftime with the enforcers, but they're the ones.
We have to say unofficial because we are not enforcers and we don't want to do their job for them. But so we
Even
have
though
to.
I know I look super sexy in stripes.
I bet you do. But you don't want anyone to do their job for them because that's just rude. Oh! Seeing these two come up against each other has been really fun all night. Black Mamba versus Bel Scorcho. Bel Scorcho on the inside.
But she didn't call it off in time. The jam goes on. Black Mamba's lead now, and she calls it off.
Yeah, Sailor Doom just kind of like dropped down and said boo.
That was a fun little jam, Evilly.
That was neat.
Want to give a shout out to Mary Coffins. Mary, if you're still watching on the YouTube Live, hi. And your dad says hi, and I say hi, and hi from everybody.
4 points for the Fight Crew, 1 point for the Sirens.
Once again, both jammers out of there like lickety split. Pax practically stopped in turn 1.
Sonia Sotomayor, jammer calls it off.
I was so excited, Evilly. I was dying to know what was going to happen in that jam, and then what happens? Tweet, tweet, call it off.
Yep,
That was disappointing.
a little unsatisfying sometimes.
Sonia Sotomayor, I blame you. You can't hear me, but you'll hear this when you go back and do video review. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
They don't listen to us there either, Trixie. Nobody listens to us.
Aww.
Unless you say somebody's name wrong, then they're listening to you. Wow. Oh! That nunchuck, she go right into the back of Sly Fox. I like how she even high-fived her for it. Like, she was like, oh yeah, that was a really good block.
Yeah, but did you see Napoleon Dynamite come through on one knee with her fist in the air looking like Elvis gosh darn Presley on 8 wheels? Inspirational.
Pretty incredible. I love the sound of those skates on the Masonite when they take off.
Oh, yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg, lead jammer, jamming for the Sirens.
It's like a majestic herd of bison with roller skates.
That wasn't what I was going to go for, but yeah, okay. Jane Woe, coming through on the inside.
You name me one thing more majestic than a herd of bison on roller skates, Evilly.
You can't! Yes. Judas Priest on roller skates. Have you ever seen those pictures? Van Halen on roller skates. Those were both majestic. All right, looks like we have a timeout being called.
All right, wearing that star for the fight crew, it's Belle Scorcho. She just had her, I think, 8-year derby-versary, which is longer than those cute little kids that we just saw who've been alive.
Got really quiet.
I know, we're all waiting to see what happens.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And what happened was an enormous Sirens wall beating the good gracious out of Belle Scorcho.
Yeah, caring about nothing was holding the center of that. And she's joined up there by Hannah Barbarian.
Belle finally makes her way out of the pack. She's still got a little time to work with here. Oh my goodness! It honestly looked like Sly Fox was just chilling at the back of that pack, but just as her jammer approached, she dove forward, opened up about 4 inches on the inside, but it was enough.
Oh!
And just to pay her back for being such a good friend, Belle Scorcho knocks her captain into the infield.
Shoves are love in Derby.
I only hurt you because I love you, Sly Fox.
We do have a penalty against Caring About Nothing from the Sirens. She's got an above shoulders block.
We got a lot of photographers taking pictures at the start of these jams. I think we're going to have an amazing array of photos of skaters' nose hair by the end of the game, I believe.
And you can check out these skaters, these photos from the game. They're awesome. They're on the Derby Dolls Facebook page. Make sure you like the Derby Dolls on Facebook and, of course, Instagram and the Twitter.
Black Mamba and Horchata giving Pip Girl the business, but they got to let her go. Fight crew, lead jam.
Yeah, coming down to the last minute of this third quarter before the 5-minute break.
Block matrix sitting down for the Sirens for a low block. Sirens will be down 1 blocker on this play.
All right, probably the last jam of the third quarter. Make some noise!
Sly Fox is out and running. Fight crew still trying to contain that Sirens jammer in the pack, but she's out. Not fast enough to avoid. Looks like we had a medical call-up on that one. As Whoopi Rollberg makes her way back to her bench, we're going to hope she's doing okay. I'd like to take this time to give a special thank you to our amazing medical staff. If you're looking for a chiropractor or acupuncturist, please visit one of our team. They support the dolls all year long, and they're some of the best around. Check them out at derbydolls.com/doll-repair. Game clock seems to have run out, but we've got time for one more jam. Why? Because we like it. And Mad Dog Marge busts out of the front of that pack. Four whistles signify the end of the jam. End of that jam means the end of that third quarter. Unless I'm very wrong. Sometimes I am. It's been known to happen. All right, that is the end of the third quarter. Fight for the leads the Sirens 164.
All right, everybody, this is it. Fourth, final quarter. Exciting roller derby action at Dollhalla. Give it up for your Los Angeles Derby Dolls.
Give it up for Sweet Home Alabama. She's shaking it to the left and shaking it to the right all over. Number 35 up there, Shakti Amadeus. Yeah!
All right, we got 165 for Fight Crew, 58 for Sirens, and now it's for all the glory. That is this game.
There goes Little Red, fight him good, lead jammer for the Sirens.
Now she is coming out to a friendly one on the back, but oh! Some nice movement on the side until she comes up to Jane Woe. 4 points for the Sirens.
Good start for the Sirens. They got a lot of ground to make up. On average, Evilly, over this game, the Fight Crew defense has been holding the Sirens to just 19 points a quarter. 19 points up against Fight Crew's 55 per quarter on average.
Wow. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, numbers like that leave you with a big hill to climb in the fourth.
No, I meant the way her head was against the back of the other skater. Luckily, she was wearing an S1 helmet.
S1 helmet, the symbol of protection. Protecting the Derby Dolls for 100 years.
Oh! Belle Scorcho, very sneaky, sis.
Can I have a Belle Scorcho to take home? She's so delightful. She looked back at Yunchuk's after she passed her like frickin' Urkel. Did I do that?
We do have Fight Crew putting, looks like, we have a block,
it looks like Sly Fox did something.
Looks like a blocking out of play. It's gotta be a blocking out of play because I don't know what a BD is. I know what a BM is. Well, we're gonna get a little blue here in the fourth quarter.
It's a grandma joke, dude.
Yeah, I never did dad and mom humor. I'm going straight to granny humor, especially since I got into the dark granny arts of fiber arts, cross stitch.
Look out, everybody! Evilly got into the Metamucil. Anything could happen.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen.
The implication there was anything could happen, but please don't tell me because I don't want to hear about it.
Just remember, kids, you can't unpoop your pants. Hey, I cleaned that one up for the kids. Whoa! She really made some quick work of that pack.
Oh yeah, Lil Red came into this fourth quarter with a mission. This is her second lead jam of the quarter.
See, this is appropriate. Little Red fighting good, granny humor. She's trying to get to Grandma's house.
What big jams you have.
Okay, that sounded a little weird. I mean, keep it a little cleaner than that, Trixie. Jeez.
All things are pure to the pure. Sly Fox is sitting in the box for the Fight Crew. That's
No, she does not look happy.
Fox in box, wearing
Fox
socks.
in box with the directional blocks.
With directional blocks.
It's Dr. S1 helmet. I don't know.
A symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 200 BC.
You know, I remember when the Beatles played here and they first started their sponsorship. That one's for Blaine Capatch. All right, Black Mama, lead jammer. But right now that action is in the pack as they are trying to prepare for her. And I tell you, Whoopi Wahlberg holding the back of that pack, doing an incredible job. Uh-oh, oh my.
Sirens are showing they're still in this game. 4 points on this jam, and as Jane Woe goes to the box
with
for
a cutting penalty.
penalty.
Yeah.
big opportunity for the Sirens with this power jam.
Power jam.
By the way, that's Jane Woe's 6th by my count on her next one. She's going home.
Yeah, it's Ice Creamer jamming. She was hitting a lot of resistance there from Shock Me Amadeus.
Napoleona Dynamite joins the blocking party there for Fight Crew, but Creamer sneaks through. That big four, it's not even a four wall, it's just sort of a four gaggle has congregated in the front.
A gaggle.
It's a gaggle.
Oh man. And I all fall down.
Just 10 seconds left to go in this jam. That's not a lot of time for the Sirens to make something of it.
I mean, you think it's hot just sitting here. Try skating.
Seriously. And please, a big hand for Ice Creamer. That was a brutal jam, and she had all the heart in the world to keep standing up and fighting in it. Coach Lusty pulling some folks from the track. Doom's Daisy goes back for a little seat as Napoleona Dynamite sits for a cutting penalty. And an above the shoulders for Sly Fox, bringing her to 5.
Well, now we got no Fox Given versus Little Red Fighting Good.
Fights out with a good lead, but boy, this pack is moving as those two Fight Crew blockers fight to keep the jammers out of the pack, and they succeed. Forcing the call off before anybody makes it to scoring position.
I mean, that's the thing about roller derby. You're skating offense and defense at the same time. So as important as it is for your team to get points, it is also important to make the other team not get points. And, oops, there seems to be a dilemma over...
Yeah, the Sirens are ready to skate.
What up? Fight Crew is taking a timeout.
All right, this gives me the chance to tell you about something very cool that's happening on August 25th and 26th.
Lincoln, good Lord, woman, get it together. All right, we have a penalty against Bombshell Betty with arms, and then we'll tell you about the after party at Lincoln Kitchen and Tap after the game at 8 p.m., located 6 miles from here at 2118 North Broadway. Check out Derby Doll specials, wear your wristband.
And ask them about their chicken.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long 2 years. Oh man, Rolberg into that pack. Really fighting to get up as far as she could, but she had to call it off.
She calls it off with authority too. She calls it off like her hips are on fire and she's got to put them out.
There is no doubt she is calling it off. And we do have a penalty against the Sirens with an arms penalty. That's Black Mamba.
That brings her to 6-2 again by my unofficial count. Dynamite fooled me about the power jam thing again. I only saw one jammer, but then boom, Napoleona Dynamite. She's lead for the fight crew.
Oh, man.
She just beach skated through that pack evilly.
Completely.
Four more points for the fight crew. 7 minutes left to play.
Yeah, and thank you all for being here. We really appreciate you supporting the Derby Dolls. Make sure you go to derbydolls.com for any information on anything that we've spoken about that you couldn't quite exactly understand. Or go to the after party at Lincoln Kitchen and Tap and ask the Derby Doll there questions, and they'll have answers. Right?
They might. Buy them a drink, the answers might get better.
That's a given. Nunchucks being taken up to the rail, but finally makes it out of the pack as the pack gets split there.
And by the way, give it up for Nunchuck's endurance. She has got just as much energy in the waning moments of this game as she brought right at the beginning.
And she's been in, it seems like she's in every single jam.
Yeah, I've been saying her name a lot. I've been seeing her number. And the fight crew is seeing nothing but the back of her helmet as she swings through that pack. 4 points to the Sirens.
And we do have a penalty against the Sirens. We've got a directional block in there for caring about nothing.
Fight crew in the lead by exactly 100 points. That should be a drink, right?
That's right, everyone. Drink.
There goes No Fox Giving. Little Red Fighting Good beats her last opposition. She's out of the pack too.
Oh, nice move on the high side and calls it off.
Beautifully timed assist blocks, but No Fox didn't call it quick enough. I do believe Little Red picked up some points on that play.
2 points Little Red got.
But again, a really gorgeously timed display of blocking by the fight crew offense.
Don't forget, if you want to join Enforcers or Fresh Meat or any of these programs, you can be in the infield or on the track. Just go to derbydolls.com for information.
Well, that looks like Captain Sly Fox out in lead for fight crew. Mad Dog Marge escaping from the pack. Excuse me, Black Mamba escaping from the pack, my bad. My apologies to Black Mamba.
She came in that pack pretty hard. All right, nobody in the penalty box. We should cheer for that.
Yay! No Fox Given meeting a gang of Sirens at the front of that pack, but pushes them all 20 feet away from the engagement zone. They have to let her go. As Sweet Home Alabama tries to fight her way through this very spread out pack.
Yeah, Jane Woe came up there. She's like, no, you can't get her, Betty Bombshell. You're Bombshell Betty, you're out of the way.
The intensity of the hits in this game, evilly, it has not let up, even though we are 54 minutes into a 60-minute roller derby game. Everybody is still bringing it as hard as they can.
Don't forget, after the game, you can come down to the track and get your hands slapped. And we mean that in a good way. And we also, we also do have a penalty against Nunchucks of the Sirens with the directional block. But we'll also have a little MVP ceremony for MVP blocker, jammer, game. It'll be fun.
Hit by Whoopi Rollberg, springs her own self out of that pack.
Napoleon and Dynamite. Oh, Oh! Into the infield. So she thought she'd, I think I'll take out an enforcer. That'll be fun.
Well, she almost did. She just sort of threw herself at their feet.
We've done that at times.
And I mean, no, it happens. Two minutes to go in this game. Fight Crew up 190-76.
Timeout. Yeah, it's hard not to throw yourself at the feet of Tricky Ricardo. You know what I mean? All right. 2 minutes. So that is going to make this a power jam. That's right, Whoopi Wahlberg sitting in the penalty box, while Sonia Sotomayor is standing on the jam line for the Fight Crew.
Tight pack is starting to open up through turns 1 and 2. And Yolo finally makes her way out the front of it. 40 or so seconds left to play with.
Ew! Ouch.
And I was just about to say, Evilly, that with this this kind of lead and this much time on the clock, really all Fight Crew wants to do here is skate clean.
Well, I do not make any calls for the refs, but that might have been a back blocking penalty.
I just want it to be on the record that I didn't jinx it. That wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
Unless I have now developed the power to jinx people with my thoughts alone.
That'd be pretty unique. All right, so we have less than a minute on the clock. So we are going to play this jam by last jam rules. And, well, basically, we have each team has one skater in the penalty box, Fight Crew with the directional block. And Sirens also got, oh, that was a back block. You did call that one, or not. But basically, if any of these teams gets a penalty, we may have to go into another jam.
That's right. If the team with the most points at the end of this jam skates clean, the game is over. If they don't, then we might have another jam. We're going to find out, but not yet, because we've got time for one more jam.
One more last jam. We like that first last jam so much, we're going to have a second one.
I want to have last jams all night. All night. The game clock has run out, but this jam is going to go on for the full 60 seconds or until the lead jammer calls it off.
Anti-Patriarcha jamming for the Fight Crew. But she is not the lead jammer. That will go to Lil Red.
Fight Crew just wants to skate this jam clean so that they can take home this victory. And there goes Lil Red, fight him good!
A fast-moving pack.
14 seconds left to go in. The Jam Little Red calls it off. Now the decision goes to our head ref, Golden Caulfield. He's going to get the word from his fellow enforcers, and he's either going to award this game to the winning team or he's going to call for one last jam. Let's see what he does.
There's a penalty against the fight crew. We've got one more jam, everybody. No Fox given. She got a directional block. Wait,
Sometimes you just don't want it to be over, Evilly. So we're gonna have one more. I see everybody's getting in position for those hand slaps. But first we gotta play this one out. Jane Woe, lead jammer, calls it off immediately. Once again, the decision goes to the enforcers. I don't think anybody had time to do very many penalties, Evilly.
Oh, you never know. And that's it. It goes to fight crew, everybody. 198 to 81. Let's give it up for the fight crew, everybody. Shock Me Amadeus, Dooms Daisy, Sonia Sotomayor, Whiskey Behavior, Napoleon of Dynamite, No Fox Given, Anti-Patriarcha, The Rocking J, Bombshell Betty, Mary Poppins, Pip Girl, Jane Woe, Co-Captain Bell Scorcho, Captain Sly Fox, and the manager Lusty in the bench coach, Tumbles.
That's right, congratulations to your fight crew, but let's also give some love to those Sirens. Karen Bound Nuffin, Damage Dame, Mad Dog Marge, Ice Creamer, Nunchucks, Horchata, Sailor Doom, Sweet Home Alabama, Little Red Fight 'em Good, Black Matrix, Black Mamba, Hannah Barbarian, Co-Captain, and your Captain, Whoopi Rollberg. Bench coaches Slam Cook and Mia. I'm Trixie Biscuit.
Hey, I want to thank our enforcers, EMT's Doll Repair Team, Track Monkeys, and Rad Crew. Of course, our DJ MacBook Pro. Don't forget, we're going to have the MVP ceremony here right now. I am Evilly, and this is Trixie Biscuit. We've enjoyed being your announcers tonight. I want to remind you to be happy, be well, and be back here on September 4th for more exciting roller derby action. Thank you and good night.